Welcome back to G-Spot, the spot for all kaiju fans. Last episode I mentioned the Black Hole Planet 3 aliens were in a roundabout way inspired by the Planet of the Apes franchise. Today we're going to look at other influences throughout Toho's past Godzilla films. Whilst none of these have been expressly stated as having influences from Western films by the directors, the sometimes clear comparisons are fun to look at, so let's dive right in. In 1992's Godzilla vs. Mothra's opening scenes, we are introduced to the character of Takuya Fujito, a gruff, down-on-his-luck individual who is described as an ex-teacher turned professional thief. He is first shown to be stealing a priceless artifact from a hidden shrine. He barely escapes with his life as a temple comes crashing down around him. Before finally getting caught by the authorities. On the scene alone, it reminds me heavily of another fedora-wearing archaeologist who is famous for raiding temples. Despite being released 8 years prior, there are clear influences from Indiana Jones franchise, from cutting through the jungle growth to travelling downriver. There are many similarities. Later in the film, we have a scene where the adventuring party are crossing a rope bridge and the inevitable happens and the bridge collapses and causes the party to hang on for dear life. Eventually deciding to drop into the river below. Whilst not mirroring the scene identically, there are clear parallels to be made with a scene from Indiana Jones franchise. Yet again, our intrepid heroes are crossing a rope bridge with no way out other than down.
Let her go, Molaram! You are in a position unsuitable to give orders.
Watch your back!
You want the stones? Let them go! Let her go! Drop them, Dr. Jones! They will be found! You won't! Get now!
Behind you!
Oh, shit. Shorty! Chao Chi! Latsu Tsangza!
Hello, lady, we going for a ride.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Is he nuts?
You know nuts. He's crazy.
Molaram! Prepare to meet Kali in hell! Oh! What are you doing?
This time though, there are hungry crocodiles lying in wait, and of course the bad guy has to fall to his death. This might be where the similarities end, however, as the two films depart from each other and Godzilla vs. Mothra turns back to more traditional kaiju on kaiju action, using the message of ecological destruction as a backdrop. For the next comparison I want to look at, we have to fast forward a lot of films to one of the last in the Toho series. Godzilla Final Wars is a slightly different film from others in the series, as it embraces a heart-pumping, action-packed kung fu fighting sub-theme besides the giant kaiju fun. The story features a group of mutants who are able to jump, fight and do things way beyond the normal human's capabilities. As the movie progresses, the arrival of Xilians, black, glossy, trenchcoat wearing aliens that try to take over the planet. This leads to an all-out fight between the mutants and the aliens. While it's not mutants or aliens, the look and style of the characters are very reminiscent of The Matrix. From wire work to martial arts to camera work, it seems clear that the directors taken some inspiration from this film franchise, even if only in the wardrobe department. But that's not all. The main protagonist, Ensign Shinichi Ozaki, is a great fighter, but when the fight against the leader of the Xilians, he finds himself outmatched. Until the Xilian leader explained that Ozaki is a Kaiser, a 1 in a million being whose DNA is capable of releasing an amazing power way beyond anything that Ozaki could do previously. With this new information and a newfound belief in himself, Ozaki is then able to overpower the Xilian leader in display of fighting mastery. This scene reminds me so much of Neo's fight with Agent Smith in the subway, how Neo is beaten back time and time again until Neo starts to believe in himself, and this increases his power enough to beat Agent Smith for the first time. Not only that, but much later during the final confrontation with Agent Smith, some of the choreography that is present looks very similar to some of the choreography that is in Final Wars. Godzilla Final Wars has all the over-the-top, bombastic action of a film released in the 90s to early 2000s. Despite the gap in time between the two, the influences are definitely present. Well, you know what they say, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. What's interesting is the fact that The Matrix itself is inspired by martial arts movies, Hong Kong action movies like those that star Chow Yun-fat, and anime. So I have an instance of Eastern influencing a Western film that in turn influences an Eastern film. It goes in a full circle. There are two examples of widely divergent films in terms of theme and content, but have similarities in scenes, and that may have been influenced by other movies. That's it for this episode. If you think I'm reading too much between the lines or have forgotten a clear example of Western influences within the Toho films, please leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe and so not to miss out on the next episode of G-Spot. Thank you.